Good afternoon and welcome back to Living Local. I'm Fernanda Hernandez.
And I'm Josh Marces. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday.
Yes, we've got some great stuff to show you guys today. But before we jump in, Josh, I was a little sad to see the cold come back this morning.
You and me both. Nobody is more disappointed. I was loving the spring pattern we had here for a week, and I think most people were. But today, in the grand scheme of things, not a bad day. It is going to be a bit cooler this afternoon. Highs topping out mid to upper 50s. A little more sunshine today than what we've been accustomed to over the last week or so. But there's some of the other highs across the region. 55 in Texarkana this afternoon, 58 for Manny. May see a few clouds drift through at times. Again, just decoration today. It's not going to be anything that drops any rainfall on us, so we are expecting dry conditions today and also tonight. So anytime you get the light winds, clear skies in January, definitely looking at some cold temperatures moving in tonight. So I think all of us into the 30s. Probably we'll see some locations north of I-30 briefly dip below freezing closer to sunrise tomorrow morning, but Shreveport down to 36. We're in the mid 40s this morning, so about 10 degrees colder than we were this morning. Texarkana down to 35, and again, most locations just above freezing, but we'll probably see a few freezing temperatures across the northern Arklatex tonight. We do have some additional rainfall moving in Friday. We'll continue into Saturday morning. We'll touch on that, and these may be some of the warmest temperatures we see over the next week. It gets even colder. I'll have a final look at that forecast coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you, Josh. Grab your jackets. It's getting cold out there. And in For Your Community, an annual event in Texarkana that raises awareness about homelessness will be different this year.
Yeah, Homeless Coalition officials say the Bridge City project will no longer be an all-night event with some volunteers sleeping at boxes. The idea was for people to have a better understanding of how it feels to be homeless, but organizers say the boxes aren't really an accurate depiction of Texarkana's homeless community.
There's really not a lot of areas to sleep under, like the bridges. People do, but it's not as easy as sleeping out in the woods, and in the woods the boxes don't hold up, so people like tents.
This year's event on January 25th will feature a movie instead and wrap up around 10:30 that night. Shreveport City Council continues to discuss the mayor's appointments for 3 key positions for the city, but it was the announcement of a resignation that caught some by surprise.
So there is some turnover that's going to be happening at Shreveport Regional, hopefully soon Shreveport International over the next couple of weeks. So just want to.
And Shreveport Regional Director Henry Thompson turning in his letter of resignation to Mayor Perkins shortly before the City Council meeting. Thompson was the regional director for 3 years, and earlier this week Perkins announced American Airlines will be upgrading their flights to Charlotte. The new aircrafts will be able to fly an additional 1,000 seats a month and include amenities like Wi-Fi and first class. The former head of operations at the airport is serving as interim director. One councilman said he saw this change coming.
I think that right when the mayor asked for him to reapply for his position, that he had some time to think about that and just decided to go ahead and pursue other opportunities.
This is only one of many of the changes for the city. Mayor Perkins says he still has 3 key appointments he has to make as well. 2 of those appointees, City Attorney Makisha Creel and Chief Technology Officer Keith Hansen, were also at the meeting. Perkins wants to get to them as soon as possible, but some of the City Council would rather wait to vet the candidates and have until January 22nd to do so. The United Way's Alice report shows many people living in Northwest Louisiana are struggling to make ends meet.
Yeah, 28% of households can't afford basic needs such as housing, childcare, and food. Now, the United Way of Northwest Louisiana operates dozens of programs to improve life for families that fall under Alice, but those families are one disaster away from living in poverty.
51% of our 10-parish region are living one disaster away from real big trouble. What does that mean? Well, let's say with all the rain we've had. All right, we know the root system of trees is loose in the ground, and what happens if a tree comes down on a person's house? They don't have the money to fix that.
To read the full Alice report, you can head over to our website. That's arklatexhomepage.com.
Well, today Governor John Bel Edwards will be announcing a grant going towards preventing human trafficking in Louisiana. Governor Edwards and First Lady Donna Edwards will be holding the press conference in Baton Rouge at 10:30 a.m. at the Grand Marais Center. The conference will take place in the 4th floor of the governor's press room.
In other local events, the Texarkana Volunteer Organization is giving a financial boost to some area nonprofits.
Yeah, the Oaklawn Rotary Club handed out money to 11 charities, among them the Harvest Regional Food Bank, Bikers Against Abuse, and court-appointed special advocates, also known as CASA. Each group received $600.
It's a small amount, but it's a way that we can support their mission and let them know that we affirm them, we believe in their mission, and then for some of these we'll join with them and do a service project with them also this year.
And they raised the $6,600 during their fall fundraiser.
Yes, and despite different rumors, it has been confirmed that the Internal Revenue Service will soon begin processing tax returns.
Yeah, the government shutdown continues, but the IRS says it will start processing tax returns beginning on January 28th. That means refund checks to taxpayers won't be delayed. A significant number of IRS employees currently furloughed because of the shutdown. They'll return to the workforce. Taxpayers are encouraged to file their tax returns electronically to minimize errors and for faster refunds. I was really hoping we didn't have to do taxes this year, right?
Well, you do, so don't forget that.
Yes.
After the break, we're telling you how to stick to those fitness resolutions, so stay with us.